Today we are making a juniper berry massage oil and juniper yarrow tincture from local harvested berries and yarrow from our yard. We will try two different methods. In one, we'll blend the berries. In the other, we'll leave the berries whole and put them in our Instant Pot.
These juniper berries have been washed and drying for about 3 weeks, and now we're just going to remove the berries and make sure that there's no really big branchy parts. It's okay if there's a little bit of leaves in it, but you don't want like any big wood pieces.
Okay, now we're going to blend the berries. Mash, right? Okay, now let's see how we did. Okay, now we are going to put the berries into a dry, clean jar. Okay, so now we have about 8 or 9 ounces in here. Now we are going to fill it with oil. So if you've got a similar jar to this, you probably want to fill it to around that rim line. Okay, now this step is to apply the lid on the jar very tightly so water and air can't escape. Oil, not water. And you might also want to shake the jar. Okay, so now we are going to add in the berries and add in the oil. So you don't need to fill it to the top, just so that the berries float on top of it or are submerged in it. And now we put it on the lowest setting for about 8 hours, which I can't do, so magic!
And now our second massage oil, juniper berry massage oil, is done. And you can see that the berries have simmered for a full 8 hours in our one pot, and they are ready to be strained. And so now this oil is done. We don't have to have this one sit for any amount of time because it's already simmered and it is in its completion now. And we will just wait for the other oil to complete, and then we can compare which oil we like better. It's a little messy, so you might want to drop some berries out and then just keep straining. And the final pour. And I imagine when we strain the other oil, we'll probably end up with about the same amount, just about a jar's worth. And this oil is done and ready to be used. And we just want to tightly lid it and ready to go. And now we're going to make a tincture with the rest of the crushed juniper that we had from the blender. And I'm just going to put that in a jar. And this tincture will be something that you can take internally for colds and flus, and also to break a fever. And I'm going to also include some yarrow from our garden. And yarrow is especially good at breaking a fever. I'm going to just stuff it all in there. And of course echinacea, which we all know so well to be really good for fighting flus and colds. And then I'm just going to use some Wild Roots vodka. And I just pour that right over. Make sure you fill it to the rim and just push in. You don't want any leaves or anything poking out. Make sure everything is in there good. And tightly lid it. Shake it up a little. And there you go. We'll just let this sit for about a few weeks in the shade.